Have you ever wondered if the man marked by flames could be more than just a mysterious figure? What if this enigmatic character was once part of the Five Elders? Today, we're going to discuss an interesting theory from Joe, known on X as Three Skull Joe or Typical Joe, that might alter our perception of the Five Elders. Since the recent revelation that 𝐿 is set to replace Saturn as one of the Five Elders, it sparked a new theory. Could this be the first time a member of the Five Elders has been replaced, or has it happened before? It may seem like an unusual question, but one detail has stood out to fans for years. Why does Saint Shepherd Jupiter appear much younger than the others? This observation hints at something larger, especially when considering Jupiter's reaction during the reveal of 𝐿's promotion. He seemed particularly agitated, which suggests that there may be more to the dynamics of the Five Elders than meets the eye. The first point to consider is the dialogue during the discussion about the conspiracy surrounding the truth of the 𝐿𝐿 no Mi. The way the Five Elders spoke about it gave the impression that they weren't the ones who made these crucial decisions long ago. This further supports the theory that none of the current Five Elders were part of the original lineup during the Void Century. According to Joe, Jupiter was, in fact, the most recent replacement before 𝐿's introduction. This might explain not only his age, but also his notable reaction to 𝐿's rise in the ranks. If this theory holds, it could also help solve one of the most persistent mysteries in the One Piece world, the identity of the man marked by flames. The mysterious man marked by flames has been an enigma for a while now, with clues dropped by characters like Luffy and 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞𝐧𝐬𝐞 suggesting that this individual has ties to the government and knowledge of the road poneglyphs. A former elder would fit this profile perfectly. But why would such a person go rogue? The recent events surrounding Saturn's death might provide an answer. When 𝐸𝐸 killed Saturn, we saw Saturn engulfed in strange black flames that seemed to consume his life force. Could this have been the fate of another former elder, a former member of the Five Elders who was similarly marked by these flames? And if so, how could they have survived? 𝐸𝐸's power over the Five Elders seems to be tied to the concept of life force, as evidenced by Saturn's fate. But what if this former elder found a way to break free from 𝐸𝐸's control? I believe the key lies in the foreshadowed Phantom Room, a mysterious space mentioned in passing that could hold the secrets to 𝐸𝐸's dominion over the Five Elders. Assuming this is true, why would this rogue elder betray 𝐸𝐸 and the world government? The answer may lie in the continuity of the 𝐿𝐿 no Mi. The world government has been desperate to retrieve this fruit, yet has failed time and time again. Perhaps this former elder played a role in hiding it, ensuring that the sun god's devil fruit would eventually fall into the right hands. There's one more detail that ties everything together. Back in chapter 1081, Luffy remarked that anyone who encounters the man marked by flames would be swallowed by a giant whirlpool. This detail might seem insignificant, but in chapter 1, a whirlpool was precisely what almost swallowed Luffy at the very beginning of his journey. Could this have been a deliberate setup by Oda, foreshadowing the eventual clash between Luffy and the man marked by flames from the very beginning? It wouldn't be the first time Oda has planted the seeds of future plot points early in the series, only to have them bloom many arcs later. If the man marked by flames is indeed a former Five Elders, it would explain how they possess intimate knowledge of the road poneglyphs. The Five Elders are one of the few groups who understand the full importance of these ancient stones. This former elder could very well have been the one responsible for placing the road poneglyph on Fishman Island, knowing that one day the sun god 𝐸𝐸𝐞 would need to find it. The idea of a former Five Elders going rogue, betraying 𝐸𝐸 and the world government, would be a massive revelation. This elder could have been marked by flames in a final confrontation with 𝐸𝐸𝐸, surviving the black flames that once consumed Saturn, and becoming a figure shrouded in mystery ever since. This brings us to the theory's central idea, the rogue elder planet. This phrase is a metaphor for the former Five Elders member who went rogue, much like a planet that drifts out of its orbit, no longer bound by the forces that once held it in place. The former elder, marked by 𝐸𝐸𝐸's black flames, may now be a pirate, waiting in the shadows for the right moment to re-emerge. And what better place for this reappearance than Elbaf, where the long-lost sun god 𝐸𝐞 is destined to make his return. Elbaf has been foreshadowed as a crucial location in the future of One Piece. If the man marked by flames has indeed been waiting for 𝐸𝐞's return, Elbaf would be the perfect place for this confrontation. The giants are known for their reverence for strength and honor, making it a fitting stage for a showdown between between a former elder and Luffy, the current bearer of the sun god's devil fruit. In conclusion, Joe believed that the man marked by flames is none other than a former member of the 5 elders who betrayed Imu and the world government. This rogue elder, marked by Imu's black flames, survived the attempted execution and has been lurking on the fringes of the story ever since. Their betrayal likely revolved around the Gomu Gomu no Mi and the missing final road poneglyph, setting the stage for a dramatic clash with Luffy and his crew. This rogue elder planet has been waiting for Nika's return, and the time for that reunion may be fast approaching. Could we be seeing the first steps toward this confrontation in the coming arcs? Only time will tell. As a fun piece of trivia, did you know there's actually a real concept in astrophysics called rogue planets? These are planets that drift through space, unbound by any star, much like how this former elder has broken free from the world government's orbit. That's it for today's theory. If you want to see more interesting theories from Joe, please follow him on X.